The People's Democratic Party presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar says he will challenge the result of the just concluded presidential election in court. Atiku rejected the outcome of the February 23 presidential election, saying the election was not free, fair, and that it was full of many irregularities. Atiku, in a statement he personally signed, said if he had lost in a free and fair election, he would have called the winner, President Muhammadu Buhari, within seconds of his being aware of the outcome of the exercise. President Muhammadu Buhari of the All Progressive Congress, APC, was declared winner by the Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, scoring a majority vote of 15,191,847 to Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, with a total vote of 11,262,984.
The vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Peter Obi, has accused the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, of defranchising over 8 million eligible voters in the Southeast during the February 23 presidential election. He said the election was deliberately programmed to ensure that the zone do not participate fully. He made the allegation at a press conference held in Onitsha, Anambra State. He said that out of the 10 million registered voters in the zone, only 20% were able to cast their vote. He said in the court, "You will recall that on the election day, I said the process was clumsy and we also had a major problem with manufacturing card reader. Most people couldn't vote as a result. When over 4,000 card readers got burned, it was clear that something was wrong somewhere, and the Independent National Electoral Commission could not either save the situation nor allow people to vote manually." Obi noted that Nigeria failed to build on the achievement of the 2015 general election. All Progressive Congress APC members and supporters in Ekiti State are still celebrating the outcome of the presidential and the parliamentary elections across the state. The party won the presidential poll and cleared all the 3 senatorial and 6 House of Representatives seats. Jubilation was witnessed in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital, Eyin, Ifaki, Igede, and other parts of the state. This is as a former House of Representative and one-time Lagos State Commissioner for Information, an APC senatorial candidate in the Ekiti Central, Opeyemi Bamidele, won the Ekiti Central senatorial seat. Opeyemi Bamidele, who was in the lower chambers of the National Assembly between 2011 and 2015 as a member of the House of Representatives and later as a governorship candidate of the Labour Party. Opeyemi Bamidele was the chairman House Committee on Budget and Research. In his post-victory interview with journalists at Ekiti, Opeyemi Bamidele pledged to bring his experience in diverse fields to bear in the 9th Senate for a robust legislation.
I'd been through this before in the lower house, of the National Assembly as a member of the House of Representatives, and by God's grace, I was able to make my mark, sponsor bills and motions, and I look forward to doing much more of that. Again, I'm assuring you that I see the work of Parliament as going beyond what happens on the floor. Committee assignments are very germane, to the existence, the survival of the Parliament itself and our democracy, and oversight functions. It's also another very crucial element, of the work of Parliament. In all of this, I look forward to being at my best to give our people quality representation and continue to remind myself that if you want to go far in politics, you must learn to understand the needs of the people and also try to identify as much as possible with their needs.
Speaking on his agenda for the people of Ekiti Central at the Senate, Opeyemi said he will sponsor bill and motion that will boost education, agriculture, job creation, among many other measures.
There's definitely level of unemployment in this state, and government can only employ so many. It is the job of the private sector to employ people. The primary responsibility of government is to create the enabling, enabling environment, and to provide the regulatory work, the regulatory framework that will help regulate, the activities of the private sector. So for me, there's a need for industrialization in Ekiti, and I do not pretend about where this will come from. Agriculture shall continue to be the mainstay of our economy. We cannot run away from this. For as long as we run away from, accepting agriculture as the mainstay of our economy, it means we will always leave ourselves at the mercy of federal allocation, which comes every 30 days. And by the time you pay salary, you pay workers' wages, you are left with nothing to actually carry out infrastructural development. If we're able to grow our economy by paying more attention to agriculture and encouraging agro-allied industries that would result from the various types of farm produce that we have in this state, we'll be able to provide employment for our people. We'll be able to encourage our army of unemployed youth to engage more in things that will help them to be productively engaged and help grow our economy. And so unemployment is a major challenge that we need to tackle headlong.
It will be recalled that Senator-elect miraculously escaped death when he was shot at last year during the political rally for the incumbent governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi. From Inyi Ekiti, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting. Some independent foreign observers have said that the Rivers State has the highest number of violence cases in the presidential and National Assembly election. However, the international observers commended the Nigerian military for their professional conduct during the Saturday presidential and parliamentary election. They gave the commendation via a statement made available to newsmen in Abuja. The leader of the Observer, Bill Campbell, at the news conference said, having examined the role of stakeholders in the electoral process, found out that the military played a commendable role in the last Saturday elections.
Rivers states witnessed the highest level of violence and arms bearing by political thugs that led to the death of an INEC official, an officer of the Nigerian Army, and scores of people. The election and the Nigerian military. Our team of observers noted the contributions of the Nigerian Army in maintaining the credibility of the electoral process. The Nigerian Army was able to provide security of lives and properties throughout the election process. In the northeastern states of Yobe and Borno, the Nigerian Army provided watertight security, and this accounted for the large turnout of voters in this region.
Campbell also explained that the observer witnessed pockets of violence in some part of the country, occasioned by attempt by party agents to snatch ballot boxes, which result in an open confrontation with the security agencies who show resilience in the face of provocation.
The elections. From monitoring the elections, it was observed that the electoral process was able to maintain its credibility by the combined efforts of the security agencies led by the Nigerian Army that ensured that incidences of ballot box snatching and other electoral vices were curtailed. Voters exercised their electoral franchise without fear, especially in the northern part of the country. Our team of observers noted that in the northern parts of the country, which hitherto was known for underage voting, did not experience cases of underage voting. Incidences of vote buying were also prevalent in most parts of the South and southeastern states. The outbreak of violence. Our team of observers witnessed pockets of violence in some parts of the country, occasioned by attempts by party agents to snatch ballot boxes. This resulted in an open confrontation with the security agencies, who showed resilience in the face of provocation.
Members of the Senate who resumed for plenary on Tuesday could not form a quorum. They subsequently decided to adjourn a few minutes after sitting. Motion for the adjournment to March 12 was moved by Senate leader. Other members voted in favor, and Senate was accordingly adjourned. Similarly, House of Representatives returned from recess on Tuesday but adjourned plenary as members failed to form quorum. The Speaker, Yakubu Dogara, entered the chamber and said the opening prayer and noted that the members who turned up were low for the proceeding to continue. Dogara therefore adjourned the plenary to 12th of March after the governorship and the State House of Assembly election holding on March 9th. Governor Aminu Tambuwal of Sokoto State has confirmed the death of 16 people in a fresh banditry at Dalijan, Konin, and Kano community in the Rabat local government area of the state. Tambuwal made the announcement at a news conference in Sokoto, saying that the incident occurred Monday night. Report has it that the banditry, which started in Sokoto State on July 9 last year, has taken a total of 81 lives. The governor called on the security agencies to intensify efforts at safeguarding the people's life and property. Commiserating with the victim and their families, Tambuwal prayed Allah to grant them the fortitude to bear the loss. On the recent political happening after the just concluded presidential National Assembly election, Tambuwal expressed his concern that some politicians are delving into do-or-die politics. The governor said the situation has negated the call for peaceful campaign and election devoid of thuggery.